audience, and welcome to another show of Eurasian Perspective. Today, we are honored to have a special guest from China, Miss Liu Bei, and she's here in Pakistan. She is currently pursuing her PhD from Pakistan, and she's a media expert also. So, welcome to our show, madam.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Khalid. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you.
Please, first of all, tell us about yourself, that from which university in China you belong to, and what is your specialty in media?
Yeah, okay, no problem. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Liu Bei. This is my Chinese name, and since I'm doing Pakistani studies, so I also pick a Urdu name, so you can call me Maknoor. Actually, I studied in the Institute for International and Area Studies in Tsinghua University, Beijing, China. And now I'm doing my PhD field work and also the visiting study here in NAST, Islamabad. Basically, I focus more about the mass communication, the media, local media, and the international communication.
Very nice. Since how long you have been here in Pakistan?
Yeah, actually, I arrived here since the November, at the end of November last year. Yeah, so mostly I stay here for almost 4 months, more than 4 months.
More than
here.
4 months.
Yeah.
So, is this your first time to Pakistan?
Yeah, exactly. This is the first time I come here in Pakistan, because before I'm here, I just heard about this country and know about some society culture here, but I never been here before. Yeah.
Okay, so how do you find Pakistan?
Yeah, actually, I think it's a very beautiful country. I think because now I live in Islamabad, and it seems like a garden city. And every time when I drive on the highway in the Srinagar highway, I found that the weather is very suitable for me, and also I'm very glad that the people here is very helpful and friendly for me. So I think this is a very nice country since we have.
Very nice. So,
yeah.
how about Pakistani food? Did you try Pakistani food?
Yeah, of course, because at the beginning of my stay here, I lived in the hostel in Nast. So I need to try the food in the hostel canteen with the local students together. So I tried a lot of local foods here. And to be honest, my favorite one is the biryani.
Biryani. Oh,
Yeah,
very
yeah,
nice.
biryani. I think it's
So
very
Pakistani
delicious.
biryani. So, but it's a little bit spicy also.
Yeah, exactly. But you know that Chinese people are very like to eat spicy food. I think this is very suitable for me, and I really like that.
Very nice. So, tell us about the universities in China, because this is an FM channel and most of the young people are
Yeah.
listening to our show, and through you they want to know about the Chinese university. How do you study there, and how the things are in China, in the universities?
Yeah, okay. Actually, my university is in Beijing, which is the capital of China. We have a lot of international students, in fact, because there's, I think, more than 200 Pakistani students study in my university, because this
Which is your university?
Tsinghua University.
Tsinghua University.
Yes, it's
Okay.
One of the best universities.
One of the yeah, it is one of the best universities
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
world.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, so seems like that our university want more and more international students from developing country to study there. So we have a very large and beautiful campus, which we can doing lots of like sports games, like tennis, basketball, and even swimming pool in our university. And also we have a lot of international students studying there. So basically we can have a more board and sightseeing for all around the world. Like you can communicate with the local students and also the international students from all over the world at the same time. Yeah. And
Very nice, very nice. So, how's the college life there? Do you study for first 10 years in school, then how many years in college, and then in university? So, what is the duration like for the bachelor's degree? Is it 4 years, 3 years?
Yeah, Mostly it's 4 years for a bachelor's degree, and before we go to the universities and colleges, we have to finish our primary school, middle school for primary school for 6 years, middle school for 3 years, and also high school for 3 years. And when we pass the college entrance examination, which called Gaokao in China, we can go to the university and finish our bachelor degree. And after you graduated from the university or colleges, you can choose whether you want to further your study or just find a job position.
Oh.
It depends on you. Yeah.
So, most of the students in China, do they study till bachelor's or they do masters or PhD? What is the ratio you think?
Yeah, actually, most of the students in China, they prefer to finish their master, like to end their educational experience at master degree, because you will be more compatible at the job position, and you may find a very good job with very fine salaries, so you can afford to your life since you can got your master degree.
Okay, so tell us about the similarities which you saw between China, because you are coming from China, and Pakistan. Like one similarity, because I also go to China a lot, and one similarity is this, that Chinese are tea-loving people, and in Pakistan also we consume a lot of tea. So how do you find these kind of interesting similarities between we like spicy food, you also like spicy food. In Pakistan we eat a lot of seafood, and Chinese people are also very fond of seafood. So what kind of similarities do you think?
Yeah, too many things, because at the beginning when I come here at the first 1 month, I found that the life here is very similar to my life in my city, because actually every day you guys drink tea, mixed tea, which also one of my favorite. Yeah, because actually I think your mixed tea is more like the milk tea in our country.
Yes, because in Pakistan our day does not start till the time we don't have tea or coffee.
Yeah, exactly. But when you want to try more like green tea or a green tea, like that way, you can use the tea bag. And basically, we use the tea bag to have a very convenient way to have tea every day.
And we also take lots of green teas, like many other sorts of teas we take.
Black tea or something like that. Actually, I also enjoy the green tea here. When I'm doing my when I have my breakfast or lunch, I will have a cup of tea after the meal, and I found that all of the guys here also
they have they have a habit that after, especially at night time in Pakistan, people have this green tea. So what other similarities? I'm seeing that you're wearing a Pakistani dress. So how do you like Pakistani dresses?
Yeah, that's what I think. Actually, the local dresses is very comfortable and very colorful at the same time. That's why I want to wear this today, because I found it's super comfortable, even especially for summer. Yeah, and it's very convenient for me, because I think I just wear one piece of this. It's enough. I don't need to wear another things like the formal dress like this.
Yeah, jackets and other things.
Yeah. This is very convenient and very comfortable. And for the similarities, I also want to share one thing about the food, like you mentioned before, because nowadays it's during the Ramadan. But actually, one of the students in our university, she shared the local food with me. Actually, the food is made from her home, made from her parents, and she just want to share. Because I told her that I really like biryani, and she her mom just
made biryani.
Cooked this for me. And actually, she just asked me whether you can enjoy the spicy food or not. I said that of course. Because the people in China, they also very enjoying for the spicy food. You know that in Sichuan province, they're the expert for eating spicy food.
Yes. I've been there and I've seen people taking a lot of spicy food. But I've also seen in China that during the lunchtime they are taking similar kind of rice, like they make rice and
Yeah.
with rice they eat eggs and they eat chicken.
Yeah, yeah.
It is a sort of similar type what we also cook.
Yeah, I saw that there's a dishes called pulao here.
Pilau, pilau.
Yeah, because when the first time I enjoyed pulao, I found that it's very similar to our gai jiao fan, which means that you put the rice and the dishes together, and you can eat them at the same time to make this as a set. So actually, I think the life here is so many things is similar to my life in China, and I thought that oh, maybe this is the very good place for me because I don't have too much homesick here. Yeah, so that's why I really like here.
Oh, I'm very glad that you are not homesick because uh, I consider Pakistan and China are not only good friends, but we must have more people to people contact, and especially people like you who would come to Pakistan, stay here for 2 or 3 years, and once you will go back. So we will talk about Pakistan, and you will convince more people to come over here and study
Yeah.
over here. So how do you find the study system of Pakistan? Is it similar than China or a little bit different?
Yeah, actually, I think it's similar to China because you know that NAST is also a very great. It's the top universities here, and also the students there have a very broad sightseeing, and they have lots of different kind of point of view. And once I joined their classes, I found they're very active, which is I think it's more active than our classes. Like they can do a lot of like group work together and doing the discussion with different students and discuss with the different topics with the professors and the supervisors. So I suppose that maybe it's more chill actually. It's more chill in the classes. Like you know that Chinese people sometimes is very like
Very formal.
yeah, shy, formal at the same time. So I think that it's more relaxing for me to join the classes here, and also I really like to talk with my supervisor and my professors, teachers in my department, because they have a very different point of view about all of the like the research, like the life, the studies. They have the very different opinion from me. So I think it's a really good chance and opportunities for me to have more communication with them, more conversation with them. Yeah, so I think the school life is also very good here.
Very nice. So, tell us more about China. Tell us about more about Chinese culture. You just had your, I suppose, in China, the Spring Festival was there, the New
Yeah.
Year Festival was there. So, what happens in China in New Year Festival and in Spring Festivals?
Yeah, actually, Spring Festival, which is the Chinese New Year, is one of the most important.
You have to be a little bit closer to mic so
Yeah.
that people can
Okay,
listen.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spring Festival is the most important festival in China. For Chinese people, this festival we have to celebrate with our family because
Oh.
you know that we have a very serious focus on our family.
Yeah, because in China the family bonding is very strong.
Yeah, exactly. But this year's, I celebrate the Spring Festival here with my Chinese friends because I doing field work here, so I don't have enough time to go back to celebrate the festival with my family members. But you know that during the festival, usually we will have a special meal,
Okay.
which called in English we call it Chinese dumplings, but
Chinese dumplings.
yeah,
Okay.
but we call it in Chinese 饺子.
Okay.
Yes, 饺子 is a very important food for Spring Festival, and actually it's a little bit complicated to make it because you have to make the different kind of dishes and wrap it into the like a small chapati, wrap it into
Okay,
it.
like a chapati we.
Yeah, but it's boiled one.
Okay.
Yeah. So seems like that we will cost a lot of times to do that. But when we cook the 饺子 together, we can chat with each other and have a very good talk with each other, and also having fun with our family or our friends. So this year I celebrated the Spring Festival here in Islamabad.
And I think after COVID, during the COVID, the complete world was at their homes, and after the COVID, now this year everybody is out and celebrating. And
Yeah.
I was reading in the newspaper that during this Spring Festival, millions of Chinese they went out for tourism and other.
Yeah, exactly. Because all we know is that the COVID pandemic is super serious before this year. So we do not have enough chance to travel abroad or travel out. So this during this year, especially for the duration of Spring Festival, so many families they're trying to celebrate this festival outside or just go abroad to celebrate that.
Very nice. So, audience, we are talking about China. We have our special guest. She's here from Beijing, and we are trying to know her impression about Pakistan. And we are also talking about similarities between Pakistan and China. So, talking about similarities. So, and since you are a media person, you are also in media. So,
Yeah.
tell us how. I've heard that in China, you have lots of media channels, you have lots of the Chinese film industry is very strong. So tell us more about Chinese media.
Okay, no problem. Because actually, you know that now it's a network society, and the social work is the social media is very popular in China. So most of the time, the young generation they prefer to get more news and information from social media. But also we have very strong and very professional media outlets in China. So they will also open official account on social media, and they will send all of the news, all of the information from the platforms like WeChat, Weibo is our social media in China. So most of the time, if the people want to know more about the social news, about the what's happening all over the world, we will prefer to use social media, and also we can share our life, like send some pictures, send some photos, and also communicate, chat with our friends through this kind of platform.
So how about because I'm seeing you speak very good English. So
Thank you.
so it means that now in China people are speaking other languages also because I find a lot of Chinese studying Urdu language also
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Yes. Because you know that English is a world language. So if you want to communicate with others, the first choice is English. So actually, English is a discipline in China, and all of the students they have to learn this because they want to communicate more with this
With
whole
the rest of
world.
the world, with the
Yeah,
rest
yeah.
of the world. So, is the Chinese language in it is spoken the same way in complete China, or it has different dialects in different regions?
It depends on the different regions. They have so many different kind of dialects. Like from the northern part and the southern part is completely different. Like once I go to the southern part of China, like Fujian province or Guangdong province, I totally don't understand what they are talking about because
Okay.
they have a very special local language. Yeah, so if I like Cantonese is one of the famous Chinese language, but it's much different than Mandarin. Yeah, because most of us speak Mandarin.
You okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, listeners, since now today we have our guest from China, and she's telling us about China. She has told us about the culture of China, about the food of China, and about the film industry and art of China. So, before we go ahead, we'll take a break, and during this break, we will listen a beautiful Chinese song. And stay with us. We are going to be right back after this break. Thank you very much. Again, and we have our Chinese guest with us, and she has a Pakistani name also. So, what is the story about this Pakistani name? You have your Pakistani name as
Yeah.
Mahanur?
Yeah, exactly. This name is picked by my Urdu teacher in China.
Okay.
Because when I studied in China, because I doing the Pakistani studies, so I think that I have to learn some Urdu for my studies. So one of my Urdu teachers, she's from Punjab provinces here.
Punjab
Yeah,
province. Okay.
Punjab province, and she just picked this name for me because she told me that this name is means that the moonlight.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that it's very beautiful and maybe it's very suitable for me, and I think it's have a very good sound. So
Yeah,
I picked
it's
this.
very nice that I also know lots of my Chinese friends who are studying on Pakistan studies and who have been studying in Pakistan. So they always have a Pakistani name also. So it's a way of showing your friendship
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the people of Pakistan. That so people call you with the name Mahnur or with your Chinese name in your university here.
Yeah, some of them like to call my Urdu name because it's more convenient for them to remember this.
And to
Uh,
pronounce that.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But some of them they thought that you have a Chinese name and I want to speak more Chinese. Like I want to learn how to pronounce your name in Chinese, so they prefer to use my Chinese name. I think those are okay.
Okay, so have you learned Urdu? Can you speak Urdu?
Yeah, I learned Urdu for some time, but Urdu is very difficult for me because it's not familiar with English and Chinese. So I can say some basic daily use sentences like "आप कैसे हैं?"
आप कैसे हैं
Yeah,
means how are you?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like "mentikum," like "assalamu alaikum," of course. Yeah, like this.
So I'm very glad that our friendly country China and Chinese government is putting a lot of emphasis on learning of the Urdu language, and here we have an example that she's telling us that how Urdu is becoming a popular language in China and why the Chinese are learning Urdu because they can communicate with us. And as we know that Pakistan, China are not only good friends but they're more like brothers. So, how do once you were in China and once you decided to come to Pakistan, were you excited? What was your first impression once you landed in Pakistan and met with the Pakistani people?
Oh yeah, actually when I landed in Islamabad, it's almost at night. Yeah, it's at night. But firstly, I come to the school to live in the hostel, and the managers and also the students there is very helpful. They help me to settle down in my hostel and ask me about do you need any help? Do you need to buy something or doing something like that? So I thought that if I met some trouble, they will definitely help me to solve them immediately. Yeah, so I think it's very warm-hearted at that day. And also when I live here the first week, I also went to enjoy the
Lok Virsa.
yeah, Lok Vista. I went there and there is an event called Lok Mela.
Lok Mela, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, I thought it's super interesting because there's so many different kind of culture stuffs, like handicrafts like that, and I really have a very good time with my friends there.
Very nice. So, have you been to other cities in Pakistan or till now, no?
Actually, I went to the northern part of the. Actually, I didn't remember the name of that cities, but it's.
In Hunza, Skardu, Gilgit, and the northern
I
areas?
think it's in KPK.
KPK. Okay,
Yeah.
you went to Nathia Gali then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So actually, it's in winter. So
In winters,
yeah,
snow time.
yeah, we can see the snow mountain. This is the first time I ever seen the snow mountain in person.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I thought it's super beautiful there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Pakistan is a land of four seasons, and we have our northern areas very beautiful, and
Yeah.
especially talking about Nathia Gali and Murray,
Mhm.
those places are extremely beautiful, and a lot of Pakistanis they go there.
Yeah.
So, talking about your studies in China and everything, why did you selected this media subject? Why did you wanted to come towards media side?
Yeah, no problem. Actually, before I doing my PhD program, I learned social anthropology for my undergraduate and master degree. Actually, you know that social anthropology is a subject that you have to explore more about the different culture types around the whole world. Like you need to go to another areas, in another country to know more about their society, their culture, their life, with different kind of experiences. So actually, at that time, my cousin brother, he worked here.
In Pakistan.
Yeah, yeah, to doing the construction, like to build the highway here. Yeah, so he worked here for more, even almost 4 years.
Okay.
From 2016 to 2019.
Okay.
Yeah, so he just told me a lot of things here, like his colleagues here, his local friends here, and also his works here. So I
So
thought,
that motivated you to come to Pakistan.
yeah, that's why. And I thought that it's very different experience and it's very interesting. And since that we have a very good relation with each other, so why don't I choose this place? Why don't I come?
We are very glad that you are here, and
Yeah.
more Chinese students should come to Pakistan, and more Pakistani students should go over there.
Yeah.
That is what is the people to people contact, and that is what is the President Xi Jinping's concept of community of shared future. So, talking about China, about living in China, how is the weather in Beijing? And in winters it is severe cold, or how do you define the weather of Beijing?
Yeah, actually, I raised in Beijing, so I know, I know a lot of things there. Beijing have a very very super cold winter, and the winter is cost almost 5 months in Beijing.
5 months, very
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
Okay.
Yes, so now it's spring season, but the temperature is still not very warm, not very hot now. But after May, maybe it's
It's
feel.
going to be warm.
Yeah, 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 exactly. But most of the time we suffer from the cold winter. We have to stay in the room and relying on the heating.
Heating
Yeah,
system.
yeah.
So, since you are from Beijing, and when people come from Beijing, I always ask them about the Great Wall. So, have you visited the Great Wall of China in Beijing?
Yeah, of course, because the Great Wall is one of the famous place in Beijing, and also Beijing have a lot of heritage, cultural heritage there, and also a lot of museums there. Since that you must heard that the Summer Palace.
Yes, I've been to Summer Palace.
Yeah,
I've
very
seen
large
that.
park.
Very
Right?
large park.
Yeah, very large.
And the
park.
Forbidden City,
Yeah, yeah, Forbidden City, the Palace Museum.
the Palace Museum.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember there is a small canal going just nearby the Forbidden City.
Yes, to
uh,
protect the whole city.
To protect the whole city.
Yeah.
And there are old stories that the old emperors, they used to take this canal and go to the other cities through this canal,
Yes, yes.
because most
exactly.
of the emperors, I heard, at that time they used to travel, they loved to travel by canals and by sea,
Yeah,
by
yeah.
water, not
Yeah.
by
Yeah, because
road.
it's more comfortable.
It was
Yeah,
comfortable.
and it's more fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how if people from Pakistan are going for tourism to Beijing and other parts of China? So, in Beijing, what are the must places to see? One is the Great Wall of China. Then I see a lot of people from Pakistan. They go to shopping areas in Beijing, because
Yeah.
Beijing has big shopping malls.
Yes, so many shopping malls in Beijing because you know that Beijing is a super large city. Actually, I have to tell you that once I go to school from my home, it will cost about 1 hour driving for me. Yeah, so it's very large city. At the same time, there's also so many different kind of shopping malls in the different areas of the whole city. So if you want to enjoy shopping, you want to explore more stuff about Chinese products, you can go to that shopping mall and just.
So,
choose.
does Beijing has lots of museums also?
Yes, of course, because you know that our school have our own museum.
Oh,
Yeah, Tsinghua Arts Museum, I suppose. Yes, because the people there really want to know more about culture and explore more about the history, culture stuff. So there are so many different kind of museum there. Like the National Museum is one of the most famous one, I suppose.
and how is the traveling within the Beijing? You have bus, you have metro, so the public transport and traveling going from one place to another place from the tourism point of view is easy.
Yeah, yeah, it's super easy. Actually, even I'm a local person in Beijing, I will prefer to choose the subway because it's very convenient. Although
And very cheap also.
Yes,
Because
very
I've
cheap.
traveled there. It's the public transport in
Yeah.
China is not only very efficient, and there are electric buses also.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I think in complete city You have electric buses also, and
Yeah.
it's again, as you say, super cheap, and going from one place to another place is very, very easy.
Yeah.
And now most of the signboards in Beijing are in English language, so there's no problem for the foreigners
Yeah, yeah,
going
exactly.
there and roaming around
Mhm.
and going to places. And Beijing now has, I think, after every 500 meters, there's a big hotel. I call it city of big hotels.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because there's so many tourists, not only for the foreigner tourists, but
But
also,
local tourism is
yeah,
also there.
yeah, the people from all over China, they prefer to wander in Beijing.
Yeah, because Beijing is the biggest and capital city of
Yes.
China. So have you been to other cities in China like Shanghai and other cities?
Of course, because I love traveling. So when I have free time, or when I just want to, during the holiday, I will explore more other cities. I've been to Shanghai, Suzhou, and Hainan province.
And yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have been traveling a lot inside China, and before COVID, I was once I was in China, I traveled from that fast train. There is a fast train from Beijing to Shanghai.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
goes, I think, more than 300 kilometers,
Yeah, yeah,
and it
exactly.
stops at Nanjing also.
Yeah, yeah.
So I happened to have a 2 day stop at Nanjing. Nanjing is also a very, very beautiful
Yeah,
city.
very
It
beautiful.
was, I think, before Beijing, Nanjing was the capital of China.
Yeah, yeah. Nanjing used to the capital of China. Yeah, so actually, it's because Nanjing is in the southern part of China. The weather is more warm.
More warmer.
Yeah, yeah, and
And very beautiful because I see lots of flowers and these things in Nanjing.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because Nanjing is also more like a garden city. Like you can enjoy the whole city
Yeah.
sightseeing. Yeah, there.
And then from Nanjing, I went to Shanghai also. Shanghai is like an industrial city, you know.
Yeah.
People there are offices and big towers, and they all are having like it gives a very industrial city.
Yes, Shanghai is a more modern city and it's a more fashion city, I suppose.
Yes, yes, it
Yeah.
is, it is, it is. So talking about the other cities of China, so you have again a port city, Guangzhou.
Mhm.
So it's a very big city, and there's a big port over there.
Yeah.
And China is exporting lot of, doing lots of export through Guangzhou, which is going to Europe and other other countries.
Yeah.
So how is the clothing available in China? Because whenever we go to Europe or even in Pakistan, all the big brands are made in China. So we
Yeah.
always think that the Chinese people must be enjoying a lot because all the brands of the world, they are made in China.
Yeah, because we have a very professional commercial products system. Like the industry is very professional. So basically, we have our own online shop application, which called Taobao. I think you heard before.
October.
Yeah, yeah, it's very convenient because you can doing the online shopping on that, and also you can choose whatever you want. Everything from you need in your life, every living stuff you can buy online, and also there are so many different kind of choices that you can choose from.
Yeah, and I've seen people paying through mobile phone application because
Yeah,
whenever I go to China, I never now find people exchanging notes. So
yeah,
they don't even have credit card. There's, I think it is in WeChat. They just have phone. Phone is everything. Phone is their computer. Phone
yeah.
is their
Yes.
credit card. Phone is their currency.
Yes, yes, because we prefer to doing the payment by our mobile phone. We have a system for that, and we also have the application to doing the payment. So it's very convenient. Once you just go outside of your home, you just take your mobile phone and you can do anything.
Oh, China, no doubt China has become one of the most advanced country in the world because
Yeah.
this kind of payment system and this kind of advanced technology is nowhere in the world which we find in China because I've been to various countries in Europe and in other parts of the world, but I have not seen that much technology advancement
Yeah.
as we have in China. So no doubt China has become a leader in technology.
Yeah, yeah, because you know that Chinese people they really want to make the life more convenient. Like as I said, that you can just take your mobile phone and go outside without take any bags or to take your wallet to pay for anything. So that's why we want to develop more about the IT industry.
So let's come back to the studies and to the education. So if Pakistani students want to go to China, what will be your message to them? That should they go in the engineering studies? Should they go more in the social sciences studies? Should they go in the medical studies? So what would you recommend?
Yeah, actually, I think that for Pakistani students, they can learn more about information studies like that, and also for some technological disciplines.
Studies,
Yeah,
disciplines.
yeah, because nowadays China also want to explore more and develop more on this kind of area. So I think it's a very good chance for the Pakistani students to know more about Chinese experience and this
Okay,
kind of
so as we are speaking to you and we are trying to know more about China, we are trying to understand more about China. So tell us that about, as you mentioned in the start of the show, and we have been reading in the books also, that in China the family system is very strong.
Yeah.
Everybody during holidays and everything, people would not go out with their friends. They would try to meet with their grandparents and have more family time. So tell us about the strong family system in China.
Yeah, actually, you know that Chinese people, they have a very good kind of family sense. Like once we celebrate some traditional festivals, we prefer to celebrate it with our family members. But actually, the students which studied in the different kind of cities, they will go back to their home to celebrate the festival and to just spend their holidays with their families. Because you know that every cities, even the downtown or even the countryside of some small cities, the life is also very convenient for young generation. So, and they can also share their life on their social media. So for them, I think even live in their own family, live in their own home is also very
So
convenient.
does the
for them.
Chinese young people also use TikTok like in Pakistan? Because
Yeah.
Pakistanis, the young generation is crazy about TikTok.
Yeah, we also crazy about TikTok, but in Chinese version, because
Okay.
you know that
Yeah,
TikTok
yeah,
has a Chinese version.
we use English version.
Yeah, exactly. And they really like to take the videos and to have fun with their friends by take some little like I think it's a kind of series, TV series like
Yeah.
the
TV series like small, making some small reels and all those things.
yeah, exactly. So they share this kind of things to them. And also my parents, they really like TikTok. They really want to share their pictures from the life through the TikTok platforms.
Okay, very
Yeah.
nice to know. So, as we head towards the end of the program, uh, being a friend of Pakistan and being in Pakistan, what will be your message to the people of Pakistan for Pakistan China friendship and for as a Chinese national? You have been in Pakistan now for 4 months,
Yeah.
and we would like that you should stay more in Pakistan, and we would like to welcome more Chinese to come to Pakistan. So, what is going to be, if you have to give one message of friendship to people of Pakistan, what will be the message?
I think that both for the Chinese people and also Pakistani people, we have to know more about our culture and society, about each other. Like I think that even especially for young generation, we have a very good opportunity from the network society. So we need to know more about our different societies and different cultures between our two countries, and to communicate with others more and to have fun with others more.
Yeah, you are extremely right that we need to have more and more interaction with each other. So, audience, today we have Miss Liu Bei. with the Pakistani name Anur with us. She is a media expert and currently she's doing her PhD in media studies. And thank you very much for being part of our show. And you have very elaborately explained the friendship between Pakistan and China, the similarities between Pakistani people and Chinese people. And I'm sure that after listening to this program, our viewers will be more educated about the Chinese culture, about the Chinese education system, and we would invite more and more Chinese friends to this show so that this friendship bond between Pakistan and China can be enhanced more. Although right now this friendship bond is already achieving its new heights. Pakistan is a partner in Belt and Road program with China, and the Chinese flagship project CPAC is also part of it. So, madam, thank you very much.
Yeah,
We are
thank
very
you.
glad that you are here, and we wish you a good stay in
Yeah,
Pakistan.
thank you, sir. Thank you.
And before we end our program, we would like to play another Chinese song, which I'm sure that the audience will like the music and the lyrics also. So, signing off from this show, my name is Khalid Taimur Akram, and next week we'll be with you again with another episode of Eurasian Perspective. Thank you very much.